Alright, welcome back everyone. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, evening, or good night. Alright, where we left off yesterday, in the last episode there, is we fixed the Cadillac, we fixed the Lamborghini, that Sunrise car, and also the, I want to say it's kind of like an Eclipse slash Cavalier style car, which we're on a different path today. Today we have a C8 Corvette, mid-engine rear-wheel drive. We have, what is this one? A Aston Martin DBS, which I believe always need brakes. And a Porsche 911 Turbo, which definitely is going to need brakes, I think, or is this suspension? Alright, car's hard to control, need to look into it. What's this one? Let's take a look at the work order on this one. Brake problems, okay. And then this one is as well, brake system needs fixing. The main car that we're going to be working on today is going to be the Mini Cooper, the four-door Mini Cooper. As the plate says, Micro 1. So, you know, it doesn't look too bad. It's enhanced in, so we can actually take a look at all the parts. Huh. I'm not sure what the issue is on this one. But, I think what we're going to do is we're going to start off by taking these three out front here to the test track, and we will see what the actual problems are with them. So stick around and we'll see you at the test track. Alright, here we are at the test track here. Now we're going to head around and see how well we do. Brakes don't seem to be too bad. I mean, they stop. All right, so it's not bad, I guess. Now we're gonna head back to the shop and see what the ultimate result is. Alright, welcome back. We are back at the shop here. Now let's take a look at the work order now and eat the computer after we figured it out. Let's see what we have here. We've got a brake caliper, brake disc ventilated, brake pads. So we got two front discs and a rear disc and a caliper and a brake pad. So now we're going to head on over to this one, and we're going to head over to the test track with this one as well. Get all three of these cars done. Because the customer said something about the car in there didn't even want to start, so we're gonna have to get in some engine work before we can attempt to take that on the test track. So we'll see you back at the test track. We're gonna take this nice Aston Martin with us. All right, here we are at the test track here, and we are in the Aston Martin DBS. Ooh, little slickery. She's got some speed to her, that's for sure. All right. Alright, buddy, we will see you back at the shop. Alright, we're back at the shop here. Let's take a look and see what this issue is with the DBS here. I had the scan tool plugged in while we were gone, so I was able to read it while we're going around the track. See what the sensors tell us. And we need brake caliper ×2, brake pad ×2, brake disc, and part not discovered. Well, the part not discovered, if I had to guess, it's normally the same problem, and that would be right here, probably the ABS pump. Right there. That would be my guess. So, we're not going to worry about that one at this moment. We got these ones all figured out. Alright, now let's take a look. What do we need? We need 2 calipers, 2 pads, and a brake disc. You know what I think we're going to do? Alright, now what did I say we need? We need 2 calipers, 2 pads. I better go double check, just to be on the safe side here. Pads, brake disc, and a part not discovered, which I have a feeling it's already going to be the ABS pump. And we needed a brake disc. Let's back up here, go to the home page, and then we're going to need the ABS pump, almost guaranteed. So we'll purchase that. But to make our lives a little bit easier, I think we're going to move this out, swap that with the, actually we're going to do the Vet first, then we're going to do the Aston Martin, then we're going to do this, and if we got time, we'll do the Porsche. So, let's go ahead here and do a little bit of a vehicle shuffle, shall we? Alrighty, now we got them all shuffled around. We got the Aston Martin outside this door, we got the Mini Cooper outside that door, we got the Corvette inside. We're going to start by taking the Corvette wheels off. Good. Yeah, we definitely need to change the calipers on this, or not the calipers, but the brake rotors there. Good, good. Alright, we're going to pull this rotor off. Now we're going to jump around to the other side here. We're going to do the fronts first, and then we'll work on the rears. I think I need to turn up the air pressure on my gun here and make it a little bit faster. Alright. Good, good, good. And while we were shifting vehicles around, my lovely delivery guy there showed up. So we have all of our parts needed to do the job. Yeah, brake disc. And then we need, and we'll put the 65 ones on this side. I always put the lower side on the driver's side and then the better side on the passenger side, because that's just the way the cookie crumbles, right? Alright, now we're going to do this. They're both 72, so it doesn't really matter. 255, 30, 20s. Good, good. I'm going to run over here to this side. We're going to get this side all patched up. Alright. Now, it didn't require brake pads up front. I believe there's, in the rear, we got ourselves a bit of an issue. Oh, wait, no, let's fix that one here a minute. I kind of screwed the pooch on that one. Alright, now we're going to put the wheel on. 72%er. Good, good, good. And yes, I know it's supposed to be a star pattern, but should be going here, 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 and over here. And that's how you put the wheel on. But unfortunately, things don't always work out as planned. Oh, we're not done yet. We're not done yet, Junior. Alright, now we're going to get this rear wheel off. Yeah, I can definitely see where the bad caliper is. Look at that. Ugh, that looks putrid. Alright, now we're going to get this caliper off. And I see that's where the brake pad that was shot is, which makes sense. You know, bad caliper causing the pad to stick. Alright, now we're going to put on the new stuff that we got. The new disc. Good. Alright, I'm going to put on a new pad and a new caliper. Now we're going to put the wheel on. And as far as I know, the job with this one should be done. Everything is done. Okay, now we're going to go swap the vehicles around, and we're going to go put this one out where the Aston Martin is. We're going to bring the Aston Martin inside, so stick around and we'll get started on that. We have the Aston Martin inside now. We're going to start by ripping the front wheel off, like we do. Let's see, everybody seems to be going through brakes right now. I don't understand why. But you can definitely tell this caliper is shot. We're going to yank this one off of here. We're going to replace it with a new one. Good, 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 good. That's the stuff I'm talking about there. We'll put the wheel back on. Good, good, good. I'm going to run over here to this side. Same thing. Actually, I believe this caliper is in a little bit worse shape than the one that we just took off of the driver or passenger side over there. So, good, good, good. We got this off now. Alright, I don't know why I took the brake pad off. Shouldn't have to have. Maybe I did. You don't know. But she was looking kind of crusty. Looking kind of crusty, rusty. Alright, now we're going to go take a look at the rear here. What we got going on here. Doesn't look like anything's too bad. Let's take a little closer look in there. Everything looks pretty darn good. We enhanced the camera in so you're able to see. And now this side. Ugh, look at that brake disc. Alright, get this tire off. And I see where the other brake pad is shot. Ew, nasty. Alright, let's get this brake disc out of the way. Put the new one on. Put the new pod. Caliper's looking good. Good. Well, could be better, but you know. Alright. Now, let's pop the hood here because I got a funny, strange suspicion. We're enhancing the camera in so you guys can see. Is that it's the ABS pump that is wrong. Now, I did order one. So let's cross our fingers and hope that we didn't buy the wrong part. Because would that surprise me if we did? Not a chance. Alright, let's see if we got... Ooh, look at that. We were right. The ABS pump. How nice is that? So, let's install the new one here. Good. Alright, I think this one's done too. So now we're going to go swap this around with the Mini Cooper. And call the customer and tell them that is the one customer, tell them that his Corvette's ready, and tell them that is the other one that the DBS is ready. So we'll be right back with you. Alrighty, we have the Mini inside here. Now, before we begin on just ripping stuff apart, let's do a little bit of testing for it. Now, this car won't start. I already tried to start it. It won't. It's, I have a feeling the camshafts are wiped on, or at least one of them is. I do have some gizmos and gadgetries here, though. So, let's enhance the camera in. We're going to try an OBD scanner. I just bought one, so... And it's a long enough cord where I have it actually plugged into the OBD2 port, and it's sitting out under the hood here with me. It's a long one. Alright, we got... Oh, that was my ears. 2 spark plugs in the coil that definitely need to be replaced. Let's see, what other gizmos and gadgets do we got in our toolbox here? Alright, we got a multimeter here. Okay, those seem to all be good so far, yep. All the electron, yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. No, all those electronics seem to be pretty good, so we should be good with that. Now, got one last test, if it's going to work or not. Oh, it will too. This one's going to tell us everything we need to know. It seems like it's got a lot of compression. Yeah, see the camshaft I4B is not allowing it to run. So, let's look at our work order here. Alright, so we need a belt tensioner, 2 brake pads, cam gear. Actually, I think we need all 4 brake pads, just throwing that out there. We need a cam gear, camshaft, idler roller A, ignition coil, oil filter, rubber bushings, Serpentine belt A, spark plug. I believe we need all 4 spark plugs. We need to change the oil, and we need to do all the fluid changes on it. So let's put this back down. Let's go up under. Let's bring over a little handy dandy drain pan here. Good. Alright, let's drain some oil out of it. And the oil filter doesn't look to be too bad. But I wonder if that's on the list too. They didn't say it, but I wonder if they want another one or if we put this one back on. Alright, let's take a little peek. Yeah, oil filter I4, yeah. Okay, so there should be 3 things left. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Nope, 4, so that automatically had to be changed anyway, so that's good. Alright. And we have ourselves a tablet now. So now we can quickly get through things. We can order parts up through this without always having to be always running back and forth to the computer. So if we gotta get something ordered up quickly, we can just come through here, scroll through the 72 pages of engine parts, and yeah, we can figure it out. We need an oil filter. And what was the other things we need? Let's look at our list here. Now we can move this out of the way since we already drained the oil. I guess we should look up here like so. Alright, we need a belt tensioner, cam gear, and a camshaft. Belt tensioner. And it was this cam gear. And then we also need a camshaft for an I4B turbo model. And then we need a idler roller A. Let's see here. We need an idler roller A. What else we need here? We got the oil filter. I believe we're going to need more than just 4 bushings. Let's take a little good gander up here. Front bushing doesn't look to be too bad. The rear ones here look to be shot. So maybe it is only 4 bushings. Probably need new front brake rotors too, to be honest. These don't look to be too healthy. So let's just take a little stab in the dark here, and let's just see if my theory is correct. The car will not run, so is my theory correct? Brake ventilated, brake pad, yep. So we're probably gonna need the same for that side too. Yeah. I don't know why the rear pads were detected before the fronts. Ugh, them's look nasty. Alright, let's look at our work order now. And we got all the parts figured out. So, we need all, like I was figuring, we need all 4 brake pads. We got the belt tensioner. We've got the cam gear, well, it's on order. Camshaft, idler roller, ignition coil, oil filter we got on order. We need 4 bushings. And the serpentine belt. So, let's go SER. Oops, wrong one. Alright, serpentine belt. Was it A or B? I can't remember. A, okay. Okay. I4B, where are you? I know you're here. Right there. And then we need the spark plugs, which are over here. And I believe that we need what? Just 2? Just 2 of them, man. Just 2. Alright, and we need an ignition coil too. So we'll get that ordered up. And then the spark plugs are right here. We only need 2 of them. Now it is very crucial to remember where you took them off, because if you don't put them on in the right spot, it'll tell you never changed them. I don't make this stuff up. It just happens. Alright, we're done with this. Now we're going to head back over here to the main auto parts page. And now we need what? We need brake discs, brake disc ventilated ×2, brake pads ×4, and 4 rubber bushings. So coming to the suspension category, we got the 4 bigger rubber bushings. And then we need both front brake disc ventilated. Good. We need both brake pads. Okay. Now it's a waiting game, waiting on all this stuff to show up. So we'll check back with you when they show up. Alright, it's been some time now. Our parts have arrived. The delivery guy just left. He's sitting there admiring the Corvette outside. Says he has one just like it. I was like, huh, cool, yeah, cool. It's not mine. I drive that tow truck back and forth to work every day. But that's something we're going to be on the hunt for too, is our very own shop truck. Now we're going to be looking for one of them. Now, are we going to find one for a decent price that's not going to require a lot of work? Probably not. Probably not. Alright, now we're going to put this side together with the disc, the pod, the caliper. Good. I'm going to put the wheel back on. It's 82%, same as the other side. Okay, now we have to change these bushings here. So let's pop these out and put the new ones in. We got one right here that needs to be done. And we got another one over here that needs to be done. So we'll change these 2 bushings. See, they were red. They were no bueno. It was not good. Not good at all. Alright, we're done on the front for now. Now we're going to run to the rear. And as I was looking this over earlier, waiting on the parts, I noticed the other 2 bushings. They're looking pretty wretched. I'm going to change this one out right here. Good, good. Alright, now we're going to change these brake pads on this side. And then we can jump to the other side. Caliper. A brake pad. I'm honestly surprised the rotor is in as good a shape as it's in, to be honest. Alright, we're going to change that. We're going to put this on. Good, good. Now we're going to put the wheel back on. Good. Now we're going to jump on over here to the other side. To the drinker side there. Yank this wheel off. Hook in with our eyeballs here. We're going to remove this bushing because we noticed it was bad. And then we're going to remove the caliper to change the brake pads. Good. Now we're going to reverse the process. We're going to put in the bushing first. Alright. Now we're going to put in the brake pad, the brand new, spanking new one. Good. Put the caliper back on with the cylinder. And now we're going to put the wheel back on. Good. I think we're completely done with underneath the car right now. Let's take a look at our work order here. Engine, 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 engine. And it's all engine stuff now. So, let's drop this back down. And then the customer also wants us to drain the fluid and change the fluids on it too. So, now the fluids they wanted drained were oil, which we already drained it. We got to refill it. And they want the brake fluid, the coolant, and the power steering changed. So, I'll hop into here. We got to empty out the brake fluid. the coolant. Not trying to cost us any extra cash right now. And the power steering fluid. Use our little suction tool here. Get right out. Alright, now it's time we put all new fluid in. Good, good, good. And this one's going to be a little bit tricky because you can't really see it. Sure, I guess. I don't know, it's enhancing. And I'll put a little bit more of a splash in there. That should be good right there. I think, maybe. If not, it'll yell at us. Don't have enough fluid in here. Alright, we'll put some coolant in. Now there's a gauge on here somewhere. It's a little dirty, but what I like to do is the little window that sticks up on the side there, I like to fill that up there. Since we're putting all fresh stuff in, that way then, you know, has a chance to circulate to the system and, you know, do all the good stuff. But before we put oil in the motor, we're going to dig into the motor. That's what my plan of attack is. I like it when I'm able to see at the level. Boom. All brand spanking new. Okay. Now, we need to get into the timing aspect of this. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to actually pull this front wheel back off. And see if this works out easier for us. Yes, it does. Look at that right in there. Woo. Alright, let's pull that belt off. Let's pull the crank pulley off. The special tools. Get the timing cover off. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm starting to see some things now. Alright, I'm going to take off this idler A. Actually, I think we've got to take the belt off now. It's down there falling off on us. Alright, now we can get this idler A out of the way. Now we're going to take out this. Now we're going to go to the top side here. Now we can get to this crank or cam pulley. Ooh, look at that camshaft. Uh-oh. Oh no. Alright, so the ignition coil that we're going to have to change is going to be the first one here. So that's the one we're going to take off of there. And then once we get the head cover off is when we'll look and see exactly what spark plug needs to be replaced. I believe it's 1 and 3. I believe that's what it would look like to me. Let's pull this off. Give it a little gander here. And it's what it would be looking like to me. Alright, so for us to get this camshaft out, we're going to have to come over here. And before I release those cam caps that hold it rock steady in there, we're going to come back here. And we're going to yank off the camshaft gear B, or cam gear B. Alright, now what we're going to do is I'm going to release the rear one first. And we're going to go to the second one in, which is right here. Second one from the front. And then we're going to go to this one. And then we're going to remove this one. Now we're going to get this junky camshaft out of here. Alright, now we're going to put in the new good stuff. Put in the sparkle plugs right now while we're thinking of it. Good, good. Now to put the cam caps on, we're going to start in the center-ish. And we're going to kind of branch our way out. Kinda. There we go. We got that one now. Alright, now we put the head cover back on. And do y'all remember what ignition coil we had to change? It's the first one there. This one. And the rest of these actually looks to be not too bad a shape. So we'll just put them all in order. I have no idea if this is the correct order or not, but it's going to work for us for the time being. We're going to work our way here to the back. Put the cam gear B in for the I4B. Now I put the timing B cover on. Or timing cover B. Alright. Now we're going to work our way here to the front side of the motor. And we're going to put the cam gear on itself. Now we're going to slide on down here. We're going to fight with everything to put the idler A on. Perfect. Now we're going to put this brand spanking new serpentine belt A for the I4B. And now the belt tension up. We're going to put that on. Now the timing cover goes on. Timing cover A, I4B, because B is on the back side there. Good. I'm going to put the crank pulley I4 on. Good. Alright, now we've got a belt down here, which now we're able to reach through the wheel well again. And we're going to put the other idler. There we go. And I would believe that this job is finitoed. Well, we've got to put oil in it. But other than that, everything else is done. So it's back out of here. Let's click into here. Let's put this wheel back on again. For the last time, for the first time, for the last time. Good, good, good. Alright, now we're going to put some oil in it. And I think we will do that Porsche. What we're going to do is we're not going to bring it to the test track. We shouldn't need to. It's one part. We should be able to look and see what part it is that's bad. So if we can't find out, if we can't see what's wrong with it, clean that up, made a bit of a mess, then we will bring it to the test track. But let's bring this outside. We're going to swap this with the Porsche and try and start this outside. So stick with us and we'll see you when we do the swap around. Alright, we're outside here. We swapped this with the Porsche. Alright, let's hop on in, see if it's going to start. Actually, it started not bad. Alright, I think we are going to actually take this for a little test drive here. And we'll see when we get back. I just got back from my little test drive with this, and it's pretty good. It's got a little bit of spunk to it again. Let's head on inside here. Just gotta wait for the customer to come get that now. And let's put this up on the first lift section. Oh, the first click. There we go. Now we're just gonna take a little gander around. See if we can't spot something. What do my eyes show me? If I had to guess, this is just a guess. Now, you look at this outer tie rod, right? And I look way over there at this one. I think I might have just found the culprit. Now, I could be wrong, because this whole underside needs to be redone. But I think we will be bringing this to the test track after all. Because there's a lot of stuff that's really crappy looking. I mean, the car itself is good, but I'm saying, like, parts, like, you know, things just ain't looking too healthy on it. So, let's head to the test track and let's give this thing a testing, shall we? Alright, let's run this Porsche around and see what we find out. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Might have been a little too fast on that one. Yeah, there is a dead spot in the steering. Alright, we'll see you guys when we get back to the shop. Alright, well, that didn't really tell us anything. It still says part not discovered. So I think what it is going to be is, I think it's going to be that outer tie rod. So I already have one. So let's go ahead and rip this wheel off. And I'm going to use my best guesstimate here. No, I was wrong. But what would be the cause of it? I mean, the bushings are shot. Huh. I wonder what it could be. I wonder what it is. We are stumped on this one. Could be the coil spring. Could be the lower bushing there. I mean, tie rods are no big deal to spend money on because you can use, they're universal for all the different vehicles. So, this is a tricky one. All right, I'm gonna have to do a few more tests, and when I figure it out, I'll turn the camera back on. All right, so after a little bit of extensive searching and looking and testing this and testing that and seeing, I finally found out what the issue was. You notice how there's a component not here. And the reason why that's not here is because the steering rack is shot. So, and whether you do the test path or test track, it's not gonna read it. I don't know why it doesn't read it, but it doesn't. So we're gonna have to order one of them up. So let's order up this expensive piece. Ay caramba, 800 bucks. She's a pricey old girl, that one. All right, and when it gets back here, I'll turn the camera back on. All right, delivery guy just left, so now we've got our new steering rack. Let's head back into the shop here. We don't need to have that open no more. Well, I was looking everywhere for it. So what we're going to do now is we are now going to install the new steering rack right here. Ooh, that other one was only 10%. Ay caramba. All right, I'm going to put the odors back on. 45 for this one. 60 for this one. You know, since I have the part, I may as well change it. May as well put the new one on. I'm not going to charge them for it. I already have it anyway. Yeah, I know it's not good business practice, but whatever. It is what it is, right? It is what it is, what it isn't. Good. And I'm going to run around to the other side here. Put this wheel back on. And that should be it. Perfect. All right, everybody. I think that's going to do it here for this episode number 2 of starting at 3,000K. And let me know in the comments. Tell me what you all think. Tell me if you like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if you're new to the channel. And we will catch you on the next episode. For those of y'all that watch us to the end, there will be a stream out today, probably around noon, maybe. Possibly between 11:30 and 12. So look forward to that. And we will catch you on the next episode. Bye, everyone.